What do you guys think about king? So Akbar, Shivaji Maharaj, Prithviraj Chauhan etc. come to our mind. Those Indian king did a lot for our country. But in history many such king from all over the world did a lot of work to protect their kingdom, played a role in revolution and etc. What do you want to know about king? Then watch this video. Number 1 king is Alexander the Great. His kingdom is Macedonian Empire from 336 se 323 BC. Conquests that created a vast empire. Alexander III was born in Pella, the capital of the Kingdom of Macedon, on the 6th day of the ancient Greek month of Hectombaio, which probably corresponds to 20 July 356 BC. He was the son of the erstwhile king of Macedon, Philip II, and his fourth wife, Olympias, which is daughter of Neoptolemus I, king of Epirus. Although Philip had 7 or 8 wives, Olympias was his principal wife for some time, likely because she gave birth to Alexander. At the age of 16, Alexander's education under Aristotle ended. Philip II had waged war against the Thracians to the north, which left Alexander in charge as regent and heir apparent. During Philip's absence, the Thracian tribe of Mede revolted against Macedonia. Alexander responded quickly and drove them from their territory. The territory was colonized, and a city, named Alexandropolis, was founded. While at Aegae attending the wedding of his daughter Cleopatra to Olympias' brother, Alexander of Epirus, Philip was assassinated by the captain of his bodyguards, Pausanias. As Pausanias tried to escape, he tripped over a vine and was killed by his pursuers, including 2 of Alexander's companions, Perdiccas and Leonatus. Alexander was proclaimed king on the spot by the nobles and army at the age of peace. From his accession, Alexander had set his mind on the Persian expedition. He had grown up to the idea. Moreover, he needed the wealth of Persia if he was to maintain the army built by Philip and pay off the 500 talents he owed. After that, Alexander wins over 14 countries such as Ela in modern-day northern Greece, Battle of Granicus, fought in modern-day western Turkmenian town of Issus in southern Turkey, close to modern-day Syria, then moved south along the eastern Mediterranean, continuing a strategy designed to deprive the Persians of their naval bases. Many cities surrendered, but some, such as Tyre, which was on an island in modern-day Lebanon, at the Battle of Gaugamela, fought in 331 BC in northern Iraq near present-day Erbil, Alexander faced as many as 8 million troops. Alexander's days in Central Asia were not all unhappy. After his troops had captured a fortress at a place called Sogdian Rock in modern-day Uzbekistan in 327 BC, he met Roxana, the daughter of a local ruler. The two married, and they had an unborn son at the time of Alexander's death. Then Alexander pressed on into a land that the Greeks called India, that is now present-day Pakistan. Alexander's close friend, general and bodyguard Hafishan died suddenly from fever. Under such conditions, many of his men insisted that Alexander turn back home, according to Abernethy. Sailing south down the Indus River, he fought a group called the Malli and was severely wounded after he led an attack against their city wall. After reaching the Indian Ocean, he split his force in 3. One element, with the heavy equipment, would take a relatively safe route to Persia. The second, under his command, would traverse Gedrosia, largely uninhabited deserted area that no large force had ever crossed before. A third force, embarked on ships, would support Alexander's force and sail alongside them. The Gedrosia crossing was a miserable failure, and up to 3/4 of Alexander's troops died along the way. His fleet was unable to keep up with the main force due to bad winds. The burning heat and the lack of water destroyed a great part of the army and particularly the pack animals. Why Alexander chose to lead part of his force through Gedrosia is mystery. It could simply be because no one had ever attempted to bring such a large force through it before and Alexander wanted to be the first. Alexander returned to Persia, this time as the ruler of a kingdom that stretched from the Balkans to Egypt to modern-day Pakistan. In 324 BC, he arrived in Susa in present-day Iran, where a number of his innermost advisors got married. Alexander got married to 2 other women, in addition to Roxana, whom he had married in Central Asia. One was Basin, daughter of Darius III, and the other was Persian woman Arian identified as Parysatis. Alexander proclaimed that it did not matter how the knot was undone, and hacked it apart with his sword. Alexander the Great's legacy includes: Number 1 is Hellenistic civilization. Like Alexander's conquests spread Greek culture and Hellenistic civilization throughout the Middle East and as far east as the Indian subcontinent. The Greek language became the lingua franca of the region and influenced the Roman Empire, Christianity, and the Byzantine Empire. Number 2 is cities. Those is established. Like Alexander founded more than 20 cities, including Alexandria in Egypt, which is now home to over 4.5 million people. These cities were located on trade routes, which increased the flow of goods between the East and the West. Number 3 is military achievements. Alexander's military achievements and tactics are still studied in military academies today. He never lost a major battle in 11 years of campaigning. Number 4 is Hellenistic Age. Alexander's reign marked the beginning of the Hellenistic Age, a new era in history. Number 5 is cultural diffusion. Which is Alexander's conquests led to cultural diffusion and syncretism, such as Greco-Buddhism and Hellenistic Judaism. Number 7 is democracies. Alexander set up democracies in many states. Number 8 is monetary systems. Alexander spread Hellenistic monetary systems across Western and Central Asia. I hope you liked the video, so please like, share and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get new videos.